All right, guys, so we've been working on Kimuras this week. Yesterday we worked on some Kimura attacks from the chair sit position, which is just pretty much the high back mount. Today, we got a couple of requests for escaping Kimuras, so we're going to focus on some pretty practical Kimura escapes. Okay, so we're going to start with probably the most common Kimura attack from the side mount or north-south, and kind of go over some principles both on how to attack and defend. So, let's see, John. So first, let's talk about how to set it up properly. Okay, just a basic Kimura from the side mount. So a couple different ways to set it up. You can, isolate an arm here. Sometimes if you have a wrist here on the sternum, you can trap it. And I want to keep pressure down on the wrist, and I'm going to swallow up the arm, just kind of go underneath the shoulder, underneath the tricep, and I'm not going to try to set up the Kimura right away. I just want to put pressure down with my hand and my chest here. So it's going to be hard to pull out, and then I can keep it reinforced with my other arm. So now I'm going to circle to the side here. As I do that, I'm going to just spear up, and I'm going to straighten my arms out here, and I'm trying to get his back perpendicular with the mat here, okay? So from here I straighten out and I slide my knee up, and then I'm going to take my other knee and I'm going to shave the face. So I'm just taking my knee and I'm bringing it up, and I'm going straight down, trying to turn his face toward the mat. So this is making it hard for his hips to turn and get flat on the back, because if he gets his back flat, it's going to be easier to escape. Okay, and so just in general, to know how to escape, you got to know what the top person's looking for. Okay, when I get a Kimura, I want to first really pinch my legs. I can bring my knees together really tight, or I can step up and take my knee and shove it into the back here. Okay, next thing I want to do is lean back, and I'm trying to get that wrist where it's at a right angle, or the arm where it's at a right angle here. Okay, so I want to get it back up here where he can't grab anything, the belt, his lapel, his own hand, or the inside of his leg here. Okay, so when I'm back like this, I'm kind of keeping it out of range. Now once I get that elbow on the center of my chest here on the sternum, and I pinch it down, and I just take my shoulders and I bring it back, my chest forward, and just push with the knee. I turn just a little bit and he's tapping. Okay? If I get my shoulders forward and I don't have a lot of pressure with my knee, he's got a lot of flexibility right here. Eventually he's going to tap, but sometimes that's enough time for him to turn his hips down and escape. But when I'm really pushing with that knee here and leaning back and getting my shoulders back here, again, I just put a little bit of pressure and he's tapping. Okay, so if you're the bottom person, you want to make sure that hand is anchored on something. Okay, you can go on the inside of the leg, you can grab the belt, a lot of different options. Okay, problem with grabbing lower toward the hips, it's easier for me to break. Okay, so if he gets a good belt grip, someone can just rip it away this way, bring it back, and then finish. Or, they grabs the belt, and I just get a grip underneath his grip, and I pull it up, and then there's my Kimura there. So a lot of different ways to deal with that. So to defend it properly, you want to grab closer to the chin. So if he grips right here, it's going to be harder for me to rip away. Okay? So this is part of the escape right here. So he gets the grip right here. So what I want to do is I want to anchor myself. So I'm trying to get the grip. On your face? Yeah, thanks. So easier to talk. So I want to get a grip high on that collar. Okay, so that's the first thing. So sometimes it's whatever you can get first, and then you can kind of bring it up a little bit later, but I want to get as close to the chin as possible here. Okay. Second thing is I want to grip on his hand. Okay. So there's a couple things to grip. I can grip on his wrist or his forearm or his hand. The hand's much better because I'm taking away a lot of his strength. If I go on the the forearm, he's gonna have a lot more strength there. When I go here, I'm putting all the pressure on the wrist, and it weakens the arm here. So I wanna find, so I'm grabbing the fat part of the thumb here, and I'm just bringing that in. So I got a grip here and a grip here, okay? So now I'm pretty secure here. So if he tries to rip that arm away, even if I can't get out, I'm at least safe for the time being, okay? So that's gonna allow me the chance to move my hips. So what I wanna do is first go before he really pinches with his knees. Because once he gets that pinch, I might, he might not be able to tap me, but I can't get out. Because he's got a good squeeze on my head. So when he brings his knee down, I want to start walking away as soon as I can. So I'm going to just walk on my side. Okay? Walk, walk, walk until my head goes down. And then if he goes with me, if he circles with me, go ahead and circle with me. I'm just bringing my elbow down here. Okay? So I want to turn and then just kind of hip out. Then I'm going to take my free hand and I'm just going to push here. Okay? So I can either bring my knee in, get to the guard, or if he really puts a lot of pressure, go ahead, try it. So I'm right going here. So I'm gonna walk, 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 go here, and he drops down. Okay, so if I get that momentum. So my hand, the opposite hand, okay, I don't want to let go of that grip. I'm gonna keep that collar grip the whole time. I'm gonna take my thumb, put it inside on the belly of the bicep, and I'm gonna push it. And as I come up, now I have the Kimura on him. So I can go and set up mine, okay? So we can do this as a drill where we're going back and forth. The escape feeds into the Kimura. Okay, so just to go over that again, when you're on your side, you want to grab up high. So initially you can grab low, but you can just work it up to near the chin. Then you're gonna reach up, grab the hand, grab right on the fat part of the thumb, and that's gonna anchor you. And then you're gonna go on your side, you know, just like Curly from the Three Stooges, do the Curly shuffle. You're gonna go here like this, but as you're going, you're bringing your shoulder down. So see how I'm going to my back? And the last little bit, I like to do a little hip escape here. And then it allows me to push on the bicep, and as I push, I come up and I'm still maintaining that grip on the arm. Okay, and I want to just keep that elbow tight to my ribs here. Okay, so again, you're here, you're up tight, you want you go. So again, I get my grip, I'm secure. Before he really pinches, I want to start walking, and then I'm gonna bring my elbow down. Hand's gonna come up in the bicep, come up, and then drop my chest right behind the tricep here. Okay, and then I can set up my Kimura attack here, and then he can defend and he can go. Okay, so try that out, make sure everyone's got it, and then we'll drill it back and forth. Okay, anyone have any questions? Okay, give it a shot. Do it. Now we're going to do it from the same position, same thing. I'm starting off with that grip as high as I can on the collar near the chin. So he's got the grip, and again that knee comes down here. So what I want to do is bring my hand right on the knee here, and I'm going to get on my toes, get my hips off the ground, and I'm going to bridge out. Okay, so I want to try to push, so arch, and then push my hips out as far as I can. Okay, now my knee is going to slide into the hip here. Okay, so now he can't put any pressure back into me because I got my hand here underneath his chin. I got the knee and shin driving into his hip, so he can't put the pressure back into me. Maybe reset on the Kimura here. And so, no, it's okay. So what I'm going to do is to take my hand, push on the neck, and I'm going to swing my leg over. Okay? So notice I'm not letting go of that grip on the collar. It's securing that arm. Okay? He doesn't want to let that grip go. Once I'm in here, if he's smart, he's going to try to back out. But if I pinch with my elbow, it's going to be hard to remove that arm. And all I'm gonna do is just bring my knees together here, and I lift up my hips, and now I have the arm bar, okay? So a lot of times once that leg comes over, he's gonna pull the arm out fast and back up, and then I'm back in the guard and out of a bad situation, okay? So again, I'm here, he gets that knee down, I wanna put pressure here, and I wanna get on my toes and just pop out here. And then I wanna keep the pressure here on the knee until I get my knee on the inside. So I'm gonna just slide in, just like that. Okay, and I can put my hand here so you can't put any pressure into me, push me over. And then I'm gonna slide up his shoulder to his neck, throw my leg over, and then I'm just gonna pinch my knee. See how it comes up? I have it down low, and I'm gonna bring my knee to the armpit here. Okay, and then my heel comes down, and then the arm is all the way extended, and then I just bring my hips up just a little bit to tap. Okay, so one more time. So hands on the knee, I get on my toes, hips up, and I push myself out. So I want to be explosive with that push. Okay, now my knee comes in, hand goes from the bicep to the side of the neck. I'm just locking out my arm straight here so it's a good stiff arm. Now I swing the leg over. My knee's gonna slide up from the hip into the armpit here. I bring my heel down, and then to finish I just get my hips in and I have the tap. Okay, so again, when you push, make sure you really get your hips up, turn and shoot them out. Okay, so that's really important. So if you just try to push yourself out, you won't be able to. And then you want to do it before they get that nice squeeze on the legs. Once they pinch, it's going to be harder to get your hips out. So this is right when they're bringing that knee down, they're starting to go. That's when you want to set up your little hip escape outside. Okay? Questions on that?